There she is. All right, guys, welcome to Sunday Live. Try to do this every Sunday. Today's a bit later. Had my wife's grandparents had some limb work, big oak actually. They had oak limbs probably 20, 30 foot long over the top of their house and stuff like that. So I went up and took care of that after church. But we're here. And I don't know how many of you guys are going to be interested in this, but I've got the old Vibergs, the corks. So I'm going to end up trying this Oberhoffs on them today. These things are absolutely killing my feet. And I see Wrangler Star and Evergreen Organics liking the Oberhoff, so I figure I'd give it a shot. But I've worn them probably 5-6 times now, and they are the stiffest. I can't even bend them. Stiffest boot for not being a hard toe. I mean, you could see right there in the crease where my foot bends, it doesn't bend. I mean, they're just starting to get some creases there. So figure we'd clean them up. I take you guys along with me here. I don't know how many of you guys will actually be interested in it or whatnot, but we're going to keep the Sunday lives going. Holy cow, we've already got people funneling in. RC Fun 33. What's going on, brother? You were the one that was asking me about the muffler, right? The cool. Yeah, I can talk to you about this actually. I know it's probably going to be even harder now to actually see it. I did Cerakote it, but you can kind of see what it does there. I'm still waiting on my welder. My neighbor has the welder. I'm welding up his boiler. It ended up having a leak in it, so I've had to put some plating on it. But if you want, I can take it off. If you want to see exactly what it is simple to make. All you need, and I have some of these on eBay. All you need are these guys. Okay, this is what I was talking about in that comment. This is the exhaust flange, but these are for 372. So what I can do while I have you here. See, I've been making these little. Well, I haven't made it in a week or so, but I've got a couple of these that I've been making. But while I have you here, buddy, I'll look at that. I've got the tool. Now, if I could find the in my mess, so all I do is come in here, grab what I need, and get, and it just adds up. While I got you here, before I read any more comments, because I know you have interest in it, but I'm going to let you know, man, it is loud. It is loud, but I'll show you. Like I said, it's nothing special. Before I move on to anybody else, I want to make sure that I get you squared away, because that job's going to take me a little bit longer, so I don't want you waiting on me. Okay, so this is for the 500i. And what you can do, actually, Buck, if you have a CNC guy, plasma cutter, whatever the case may be, this is what you need. And if you can bring it to him, he can cut it for you. Okay, I use a guy here, a local guy. He cuts all my stuff. And surprising enough, this is 372. Okay. That's 500i. Okay, so the 500i is nearly half of a 372 port. Okay, so what I end up doing with this is I give it a slice, and then I bring it over, match. Actually, I've got a pile of them. Like I said, I sell them on eBay for $2 more than he charges me. That way I can get a little bit of something out of it. But what you do, you just match it up, and then you weld it. Obviously, you cut the one, match it up, weld it up, that type of deal. And then I have, let me see. I moved my pipe around. I moved my shop around here. This is the biggest tube that my steel yard carries. And of course, I do. I was going to say, I've got my tape on the tractor. Okay, so this tubing is an inch and a quarter OD. Okay, so it actually works perfect over the top for the 500i. Now with the 372, where it disappeared here, for the 372, I actually have to take this on my anvil and mush it out and make it square. You guys can see how it does not, you know what I mean? I have to make it square on the end. Okay. So after I have the 372 mount, I cut the guts out, basically about half an inch out of the middle, put them together. I weld the seam. This is the little header I made. Okay, so you can see it goes down. I don't know. It's not a 45, but it's not too far from it. And then it's a straight shot. Okay, that goes just a whisker above the crankcase. And this is what you get right there for a profile. And like I said, we can do it no problem on a live stream or on a video or something like that. And what I do with that inch and a quarter, you got a scar there. Inch and a quarter. I take these little pieces. I take and cut slices. You know what I'm saying? To get me my angles, and I just give them little tacks around, and then I fit it to the saw. I look at where I want for a turnout. And so far, I've done 6-8 different designs of this. It's been cut 5-6 different times. And this turnout with that little tiny bit of an angle there. Hard to freaking get it straight on the camera. That tiny bit gives it what it wants. I went and did a not really a bullhorn or a sheep horn or whatever. I put more angle on the first one, and it never it woke up, but it I don't know. It wasn't there. So like I said, I don't know how live streams really do it justice, right? But you can see there's just a little bit of angle on a flat surface here. And I just go out. Ooh, it would be this way, just a little bit. And then I swoop. And you can see it. If you got a welder, make her happen. You know what I mean? But I will, I've had quite a bit of interest in it. A lot of haters of it. That's for sure. How's it going, Velcro? How you doing, Bubba? You want a 268? Everything new on it needs crank bearings, though. I'll send it to you. Send me an email. Send me an email. I am very interested, as a matter of fact. I'm a huge fan of the 200 series saws. It would be RS down. What is it? Shoot. RS down. Do I have my phone? I think it's under my bio, my business contract email or contact email or whatever the heck you want to call it. Son of a gun. I don't know. Maybe I can pull that up. But I am looking at a P.O. box. That way, if we end up doing merch or anything like that, I can send out a P.O. box for people. Let me see. What the heck? Gmail. Oh man, I'm getting I'm getting emails from people on pipes right now. Where the frig is it? I'm sorry, guys. Just bear with me here. I want to say it's RS down 32 at Gmail, but I'm not sure. RS down. Huh. No, it's not 32. Oh, for freak's sakes. Son of a gun. Why won't you work with me? If I go to my channel, and I go to community, no, if I go to about, view email address. Okay, there it is. So it's RS down. So R, capital S, capital D, down 32 at gmail.com. That is the business email. Just give me a shout there. Oh, for frig's sakes. Come on. There we go. I'm sorry about that. I'm not very computer savvy. But it is in my about section. And we can kind of go back and forth with that if you'd like. I'm sorry. Michael, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'd like to see it. Well, hopefully, like I said, if you have any other questions about this guy, don't be afraid to use that email as well, too. Problem with YouTube is it doesn't ping me, you know. People get what's the problem with that? Oh, I don't know. Whatever. It might, if you swear or something like that, it might freaking come up as a whatever. Or if you post, I don't know. This is YouTube stuff. I have not messed with the settings. And I hope you guys don't mind me smoking. I got one left. All right. I know I generally get right to the subscribers, but we're moving a little bit quicker today, apparently. We've got questions that are disappearing here. Velcro, hello, buddy. How you doing? Michael, Slovakia. Slovakia. I can't say it if it's wrong. I'm sorry. Good to have you, buddy. Ground Pounder, what's up, buddy? I was just watching your Taurus videos. Good for you, buddy. I'd love to put some of my stuff on there, but it's better off I don't. Sky Hunter, what's going on, buddy? Just the link here. I don't know where you're talking. I see it. Just yep. Okay, I'm actually here now. Oh, is the mic coming? Yeah, the mic's got to be coming through. RC Funds got a message restricted. Southern Firewood, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you. All right, so I guess we'll go back and forth here. I'm gonna put this guy out of the way. That way I don't get him full of dirt. But like I said, if you have any questions about these mufflers, first things first about it. And I got to give a huge shout out to my buddy Dan. I think it's Dan Tree Service. He's got a channel, or Moderator Dan, I think is what he's doing for his gaming channel. But nonetheless, this is the first steel saw I've ever owned. I do like it so far. So far, it's been great. First couple months with it was not great, but it's there now. Something like this, Dan told me, and I tried it at jobs. What you're going to want to do is let the saw idle. Get it started. Don't touch the trigger at all. Let the saw idle for 15 minutes. Time it. Serious. That's the only time I've got this thing to actually wake up and be there. I tried it with the Bark Box, and it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't where I wanted it. I really wish I could have kept the Bark Box sound. But it just, this does something to it. I don't know how to explain it. This gets it close to my 372s, which I love my 372s, 371s, 365s. This one's just got more pull when I get into the wood, versus, that 10 extra cc from it. So 15 minutes, let it idle, then go play. And it's something. It's something. I'll just say that. With a sharp chain, it's something. What else? Make sure you blow it out. Obviously, I don't mean to say that to somebody, but I have made the mistake with my 55. I had a 55 I did my first port job on, and it was one of them coffee can muffler dual ports, which work really good for the Husqvarna series saws. Maybe on the steels too. I don't play with steels. But I was doing a dual port design like this, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I threw it on the saw, started it, and it was a new jug and piston, and it scored the snot out of it because of the filings that were in it. So we've all done it. Just to let you know, whenever you grind, whenever you do anything to these saws, just blow it out. That's the only little bit of advice I can really give to you when it comes to that. Blow it out. You see, where were we? My T's are crossed and I's are dotted. I ain't worried. The difference is you don't. Well, I hope you don't. There's 2 states right now that are pretty communist, and the state I'm in is one of them. So I just better off not. It all depends. It just, you know what I mean. Better off not. So, you got a haircut? Yeah, I did it myself this morning for church, eh? Don't look too close. uh, yeah. 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 You understand. You got it. Yeah. Okay. So boots. Okay. So these are, I don't know what you want to call them, vintage Vibergs. I bought them brand new. They were purchased. I don't know. I don't have a time period. I know that I believe that Viberg doesn't make them anymore. They went to the hipster style like most. And I actually didn't give them a second look because they're 8.5, 4E 8.5. But apparently a European size 8.5 is a 10.5 in American. So I gave it a shot. I wear 11 and they fit perfect. So I bought them. They were very expensive, but they went to a charity. The money went to a charity, so I felt good about that, I guess. But nonetheless, I can't say that these are the hardest boots to break in because I still haven't got them broke in. So I'm gonna try some of this open offs, and of course I don't have a very good camera deal to show you guys, and some of y'all probably don't really care, which I understand. That's why I'm here to talk to you guys. But hopefully I can talk and work on these, and we can have a little back and forth. If you guys have any question, doesn't matter what it is, but I'm here. Well, Sky Hunter cares. Nice to have you. So I'm just gonna clean out the one spot that you get mold and junk and stuff like that right down here in these corners. Start having the leather go bad. So even though I think a little bit of leather going bad on these things wouldn't be the worst thing in the world because they are freaking thick. I don't know how to explain the fact that I can't. If my 200-pound body can't freaking flex these things, I'm pretty sure my arms can't. So ever just wear them in a river, get them soaking wet? I have. I actually did that on a pair of Red Wings back when I was younger. Now I wish these were like the Red Wings because them used to take, 3-4 days of 10-hour days to break them in. I don't know. I thought about it, but I really hate to mess up these freaking deals on rocks. I know it's stupid sounding, but I that's probably the next resort I'm gonna go to. I will say that. So I found out about actually these boots by Buck and Billy Ray. He loves Viberg, so it was either Vibergs or Whites. That's what I had kind of seen on the on eBay. That's primarily who I use for a lot of this stuff is eBay, just because I buy and sell so much on there. So I'm just going to see. I don't know if it's going to soak in all that well because I did just saddle soap these probably about 4 or 6 uses ago. So I don't know if it's going to settle in there or not, but it looks like it is. And I've never used one of these either. It looks like one of them freaking things you would use at a, what is that, the chocolate fountain things? But I know they're going to get coated. And yeah, she's bleeding in good, actually. She's soaking in. Good. Generally, you'll want to rub or put a little bit of heat to them. I don't know if you guys will actually see how shiny that is. We'll give it a minute and we'll watch it bleed in. Love the smell of that stuff, eh? Yeah. Everybody says it. Ooh, it does. It does. I was smelling the bottle. I didn't really get much, but when it's on the leather, it definitely smells nice. Very nice. First time using it. Like I said, I'm big on the saddle soap, which I use on most of my climbing gear. Which, I mean, some of it is really old from back in the 70s. That was my first rig that I was running. I didn't run it much, but ooh, she's taking it good. I've got a cricket in here. Keeps it up. He's going to go to the chickens. Tell you what, it's putting quite a shine to these boots, though. But I know that Evergreen Organics was doing this. He was actually wanting to see these boots, wondering if they were nailed down, constructed, and all this other. I don't know. I'm a boot guy, but I'm not a boot. There are some people out there that are really, really good at the YouTube. Evergreen Organics is one of them for sure. He gives me the Wrangler Star vibe. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, and I think he has spoke about Wrangler Star with his tin pants. So I know he's definitely watched them. But there are some people out there that can truly make some beautiful content, and I am not one of them. I mean, I know I could, but in the same respect, I'm there to do a job generally, or I'm trying to get something done, and the camera kills me as it is. So I just put it to a tree and try to do the work around it. So yeah, I do apologize to anybody that likes the beautiful filming and editing and stuff like that, but I don't give myself enough time to do that stuff. I work for myself now, self-employed. I got 2 beautiful kids, a beautiful wife to take care of. So making videos is something that I do enjoy, but I don't make polished videos. I'm sure someday if I can get an editor, which is, with my first channel that I did with the gaming and stuff like that, I never thought of getting an editor because it's just game and stuff. I don't do it anymore. I mean, I probably get back into it when it comes to winter time, but with a channel like this, I can pump some footage. I just get lazy when it comes to the editing software. I know I have better things to do than sit in front of the computer and do it. So hopefully someday the content will You know, if I could strive to be like anybody on the YouTube, it would either be Bucking or like Outdoors with the Morgans, because they're kind of in between. They get stuff done in their videos. It's not too overly produced, and I can sit through a full video. Now, when I go to edit mine, I can't even sit through it after I'm done editing it. So I don't understand how anybody else can. So that's probably something that I need to take a look at. I'm just too much of a spaz, I guess. Squirrel brain. I hear a chainsaw in the distance, and I start to drool a little bit. You know. I need to go cut. I need to go split, or I need to go do something. So I don't really know how I'm supposed to be doing this. I did watch Evergreen Organics video. He was a lot more. Oh wait, would it help if you guys see that? Maybe you don't need to be looking at my mouth moving while I'm looking at this, right? Yeah. Now I can't read the freaking chat. Oh, stupid at all. I love the smell. There we are. Wow. How's that pig? Pain in the butt. You got another message restricted, RC. I actually looked at your channel. You know, actually, from what, if it's your content, it wasn't actually in English, so maybe it's just not coming across right in transcription. Or don't even. I'm not even going to try. Yeah, he's a pain in the butt. How's yours, buddy? My God, you in the 70s. I am a big 70s man. Yes, I love him, man. He's great people. He's great people. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell. And he actually, you look at his content, and it kind of made me think about it too, because that's kind of where I was last week. Was maybe the content will stop flowing in because we've got a massive amount of people in the past, just this month. I mean, here we are at 2,000 subscribers, and it was a week. Yeah. Luckily, it's starting to slow down a little bit. I know for a lot of people, they're like, "What do you mean?" But I want quality people that are here to talk, here to be with us doing what we're doing. If you can enjoy that, good. You got a spot. If you want to see me falling trees every single day, it don't happen. I wish it did. And especially some of the jobs that I go to and help other people out and stuff like that. But I'm still not, after 8-10 years of doing YouTube, this being my third channel, whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm not a camera guy. I don't film generally around my wife or kids very often because it's weird to me. My grandfather, actually this week, I had the luxury of cutting with my grandfather all week, and I've got quite a bit of content. Hopefully, I can make it look decent for you guys. It's going to be sawmilling, but putting that camera down in front of him, he chuckled about it. He stumbled across my short video. He's big into the shorts. He's kind of squirrely like me, but I can sit down and watch a good video that I have interest in, where he's just not into that. He wants to click through and get back to what he was doing. Man, I don't know how much of this crap I need to put on here. And here I am back on you guys on me. son of a gun. Look at the comments coming in. You guys are going to completely kick me out of the boot deal here. No, I didn't say that. No, I might have misunderstood you, Sky Hunter. Sadly, I have to go now, but thanks for the advice. You let me know if you need any more. Didn't get that stuff all over me. If you have any more questions about it, buddy, I'll do a little build on it. I don't mind building a couple of them actually, and I'll see if they sell. And if I can get one nice enough, I want to try to send one up to Mr. Dan if he wants to try one. They're loud. They're really loud. Oh, there he is. What's up, Dan? I play a lot of Resident Evil. Oh, yeah? Just another day. TT really messed things up. TT. I miss the good old days of YouTube. TT. TikTok? Oh, TikTok. Okay. It takes my brain a little bit. Ooh, good for you, Dan. Good for you. What do you think? That's holy cow. I still can't get them to budge. Oh my gosh. The top's coming around though. We're getting there. Which right here is the absolute killer. Absolute killer. TikTok. I actually have one. Oh, I had one back when I was skidding every day. I started doing that to try to bring people over to the original Rubber Side Down channel. But then I licked my wounds and figured out that nobody wanted to watch actual logging stuff from a gaming channel at that time. And that channel was never intended to be gaming until I got into my motorcycle accident and I was laid up forever. And then when I was, bedridden and whatnot, there was nothing else I could do really but sit, watch TV, and do some gaming. So I did the gaming there for a little while, and the channel blew up, and I was never able to really get it back to the core of what I wanted to be. So I started out doing motor vlogs on the Rubber Side Down channel with my R1 and then with my DRZ 400. And that was doing all right. And then I got in that accident and was bedridden for quite a while. And then I got with Landy Kid, Bills T-Max, all them guys, and they really blew the channel up. And we were doing the logging stuff. And who would have thunk that a guy playing with logs on a farming simulator would go to be a logger and end his state career. But then the people that wanted him to be a logger online didn't want him to be a logger in real life. So just one of them deals. No big deal. I guess it's easier to talk to an audience from a chair when you got them in front of you and you can do that type of thing versus real life. You've really got to have a passion or you've got to have some sort of love, interest, whatever you want to call it, to sit back on a Sunday or whatever day to watch that kind of content. It's the only stuff I watch, but it's really cool having Ground Pounder come in, introduce himself, and then like whenever he puts up content, I'm watching that, and Evergreen Organics makes a comment on one of my shorts, and I go check his channel out, and it's stuff that I'm interested in as well. I think we're about done with these. There's about done with this one at least, but she's still, I don't know if you guys can see, she's still soaking it right up. I haven't added any heat to it at all. But that boot right there is, it doesn't feel any softer though. I will say that. That freaking rooster. Gotta fly. Take care, man. Stay safe. You too, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, man. Enjoy that Taurus. You gonna go, Dan? So I got them all scuffed up. Oh, this one's actually got, I can get a little bend out of this one. What do we got? New boots. No, they're new to me. These are from I want to say late 80s, early 90s. These are Vibergs. Buckin talked so highly about. I don't know if you guys could see that. They're brand new. They were found in a gentleman's closet. Never used. And I bought them off eBay, but they are corks. You guys can see that. So you can walk on logs. Of course, this summer's been horrible for rain. Everything's been slippery. And when I'm out logging, you can just hop from log to log and not really, almost like you're on a pair of ice skates or ice cleats, or I don't know what the heck you want to call them. They're just freaking incredible, though. I will say that. They are incredible. But you don't want to be walking on concrete or rocks or anything like that with them. That's kind of why I didn't do the river thing, because our rivers are so freaking bony. But that's kind of an excuse too, because I could fill up a tote or something like that, and just stand in a tote. And I might do it. I wanted to try this first. I wanted to research a little bit what people use. And I know Wrangler Star and Evergreen Organics and Buckin talk so highly about this Obanoffs. So I finally bought a 16-ounce bottle of it. And I figured I'd start treating my boots with this, because I've been using that saddle soap for so many years, which I like, but it's creamy. It's not it's fat. It's lard. So you put it on your finger, you rub it on, and then you rub it into the leather. Where this is freaking, this is nice. That boot's already just about dry. That leather's soaking it right in, which probably, before I even wore these things, I probably should have done that to them just to make sure, because, I mean, a boot sitting in a closet, a cellar, anything like that, it's just going to dry, and I think that's what I've got here is some dry leather. She needs some moisture again. So we're getting her lubed up. I'm lucky I didn't crack them, to be honest with you, because I can't tell you how many new things I have bought and just out of haste threw it on or threw it in, whatever. Just like I was saying about that muffler on the first muffler that I did the port job on, that little 55, the Husky 55. And instead of blowing it out like I knew I should have, but I didn't worry about a little bit of crap that was in there, no big deal. Yeah, it was a big deal. You got to put a cylinder on again. And this is one of them things too. I think this time I may have lucked out pretty well. Because I don't see anywhere where I hurt these, but I do know that the leather was absolutely starving just by the way it's soaking this stuff in. It could actually, if I had a jug of this, it probably would sit and soak that jug right down. Which I'll probably end this here in a little bit and just keep going at this, because as much as it's taking this stuff, I don't want it to I don't want to ruin the strength of the leather, but in the same respect, it's skin, so it needs that moisture more than anything. Yeah, you got the weaver belt set up with what my uncle said. I'll need a tape, wedges, because I'll be with him as his part. Who is it? West Coast Saws right now has got the Labor Day sale on, 20% off store wide. If you haven't, I mean, it all depends on what you use for wedges. I like the K&H redheads, but he carries them. I would definitely get yourself 3-4 chains, make them sharp, keep them with you, bring an extra bar. Frig, I'd bring an extra saw or two with you. Have everything ready for you, fueled up, blow the filters out, and then do it. If you're going to be doing production, man, it's a wicked eye opener. That's awesome. That is a great experience, man. I'm doing this on my time, and the experience that I have is from me doing it. Having an uncle. I've got a great uncle that's not doing very good, but had I had the time, I should have been with him. He does firewood every single day. Well, did. He's got a bum arm right now, and he's not. It's sad, man. But he's 80 years old, like my grandfather. My grandfather's 80 years old, out cutting wood. And he can outwork a lot of 20-year-olds out there now. It's a privilege working with these guys. Absolute privilege. But I'm hoping and I'm praying old Uncle Bob, he can get back going. I know it kills him every day. He can't do what he used to do, and got to have his boys out there doing his wood. Thank God he's got 2 retired boys. They're out there doing his firewood. Then my great aunt, she's got the dementia pretty bad, so he takes care of her. So it's rough. Just be careful, Dan. Keep your head up. It's the ones you don't see that get you, buddy. Them freaking Widowmakers. I don't know how the vines are, but if you guys have vines anything like we do, It don't take much to get one of them to land on you. Extra chains, files, hard hat. Yes, sir. You've got hard hats? I've got hard hats. You let me know. I actually, well, it all depends on what you want, but I've got a surplus. I actually bought a surplus. I'll show you this. I just sold one. I got to put one on the. I think it was 14. I bought 14 or 20. Yes. Crew Boss. What's that, boys? National Forest. U.S. Forest Service sticker right in the middle. Got a liner. I'm not selling this one. And they've got the brims. These are all heck are these? The BF McDonald's. You got the old stickers in there from the old days. Full brims. You let me know. I sell them. I'm selling them on eBay. Like I said, I bought, I think it was 16 or 20 for just under $300. But I love them. Them are. I've got the new style, and I don't like them. These are light. They sit deep. I like them. They cover my ears. That's the biggest thing. The other ones, they kind of raise up in the back, and man, I don't know. My ears are sensitive. No, you let me know personally, Dan. Send me an email on that, or you got my number. You let me know if there's anything like something like that. The only thing with that is and they're expensive. You buy a liner from West Coast with the clips, because I wouldn't be sending you like this one right here. This has got the old, I'll wear this for me, but you're going production, you're getting something like this, and get yourself a liner. A liner in them clips, like I was saying, brand new. Because that stuff there, that's from the 60s, 70s. That's leather, that's dry rotted. It's no good. If you're interested, I will give it to you. I want you safe out there. You already got them in the car. Just remember them clips. Them clips are expensive. Them clips are stupid. I don't know why he doesn't do the deal, the clips as one package. I think I'd have to look. Now's the time though, because you got that 20% off sale. But what is it? Yeah, these guys. I don't even know. Yeah, this one's actually broke. Them clips. Them. These are a separate purchase. Just make sure you do that. But yeah, I bought them because the neighbor wanted some. I wanted to have a couple spares, one for GoPros and paint up a couple. But I've got, I think, 3 left. 3 left of the full brims, and then I've got the trucker styles. In a couple different flavors too. You know, kind of like baseball cap. This is newer, I think. It's old. It's old, but it's got the plastic, not the leather. And he might not even allow you using something like this either. There's certain restrictions. There's categories for hard hats, you know. This is a class C. Oh, okay. So although this is newer with the plastic, okay, kind of like what we have in the, this is 1969. So maybe them other hats are a lot older. Not sure. But they're McDonald's. I don't know if you guys can see right there. Put a little bit of that black from my fingers on there. But they're awesome. We love them here. Other people have hissy fits and leave me trash talk in the comment section because I'm wearing old antiquated stuff. But I could be wearing nothing, you know. But I try not to. I try to do the best I can with the safety, just because I've got a wife and kids to go home to. But, you know, people are the people. What else have we got going on? You let me know. Like I said, Dan, I don't mean to be fast about that, but anything you're looking for, buddy. If it's something that I can provide for you, that'll save you some bucks, even if you want to go out and get your own sometime or whatever, but you want to make some money with it first, you let me know. I'm more than happy to help you out, buddy. I've got doubles and triples of most things here, so just because I make money with it, you know. So I put money into what I make money on. Same thing goes for the YouTube channel. I start making money on here, and maybe I will be maybe I will be looking for an editor. You know, I would not mind shooting somebody some raw footage to be able to go out and do more raw footage and just keep that train going, because I've got the editing softwares. I've already paid for them from my other channels, and I've made the money from them, but I'm not interested in editing. Yeah, them full brims they are sweet, buddy. They are sweet. Sky Hunter, you are freaking amazing. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, okay. Well, they're you know, I'm sure they're around up there too. I buy them from you guys. A lot of that stuff. A lot of it comes from Oregon, BC, freaking, you know, the old dryland sorts. They're raw footage is best. That's what I think too. You know, my grandfather, he actually got after me. Was it Monday? He says, you know, I was going through on Sunday just looking at the videos. He said, your face was on the front, the first one. He says, but I didn't click on it. He says, I'm not into talking. He says, I want to see action. That's the way I am too. I would love to, I'd love to put in a whole bunch of B-roll and all this. I don't have the time. I got, you know, the way I look at it is, if you want that, I can skid one tree, buck it up, get it in the pile, and it could be a 20-minute video. B-roll, you could look at birds and the trees and the sun just coming through the leaves. I got stuff to do, you know. Yeah, $72. I think it's around $58 here. So, and that's with the discount code, Dan. Did you look at your points too? Them points, you should get free shipping. I think it's 2,000 points or something. I'm at like freaking 16,000 points. I haven't ever used it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm getting better with the editing. I think. I'm trying to take out some of the dry areas, but some of the dry areas too, it's like, I don't know. When I watch some content, it's like, what happened? How did we go from this to, like, for instance, when I didn't get the tree going down? I literally back up to the house, got my phone out, and I wanted to make sure that the camera was in the right spot. And I shut the camera off because that's how I edit generally. Is when I end a scene, when I'm doing it, I'll shut it off. So that's a clip, and then I'll go in and I'll a 5-minute clip. Maybe I'll make it 2 minutes. I'll try to take out little tidbits and not important stuff. Put it in. I'll get the next clip that's 5-10 minutes, whatever, and I'll edit that down. Then I'll take the next and I'll try to make a nice series of it. But when I hit the stop button, I think I heard my grandfather say something, and I left the phone in the pocket. I grabbed the saw from the truck. I think I grabbed a wedge or the wedge pounder, and I cut the tree down, and I heard the camera go deep, deep, deep. And I was like, oh no. Because usually when it's on for so long, it'll save battery, so it'll stay on for 3 to 5 minutes, and then it'll shut itself off if nothing happened. So that's what happened. But that I see a lot of content that people, will do something and then they'll go to it. Where I do that for me, just on the normal when I'm building a saw or something like that. I don't record it because it's just there's too much there to edit. When I'm porting a saw or when I'm putting a saw together, I'll have to do that on a Sunday when I have you guys here. Because I don't, for somebody that's interested in doing it, I don't know how you can watch an edited down video and get every little bit that I don't know. I can't do it. So I'm not going to do it to people. And that's what shorts don't provide, is that this fella is not making. I guess it does, because I've watched some beautiful shorts. Dan, you make some beautiful shorts. My shorts are literally a continuous action. When I put it up, I have to remember to put the phone in the, not portrait mode, but whatever mode it is. I have to try to film what exactly is happening and try to make sure that it is less than a minute long. A great what do you want to call it? A great example of that is the video that brought most of you guys here. The short of me cutting down that northern white pine. That northern white pine, what I wasn't able to show was below where it was all sawdust. The ants were going in and out of the tree. I made the stump high, made the face cut, made the back cut. Tree fell over. Everybody gripes that I wasted 2 foot of log. Problem is, and in the end, when the tree goes over, you can actually see how hollow that tree was. But you've got to be looking for it. Everybody's out looking to hate on it just because, well, he wasted blah, 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 blah. Truth of the matter is, I lost 6 to 8 foot of that tree just because the ants didn't clear up for 6 to 8 feet. They had it hollow in the middle. But on a short, you can't provide that. And that's kind of the way I look at people's YouTube channels. with the guys that edit so much and they don't show the flaws, or if they do show the flaws, it's a scene. I don't know. Hopefully I can get somewhere someday that I'm happy with it. But until then, that's what we got. It's going to be hard to actually get an editor because I know what YouTube pays. And I don't want to be going belly up just because you got to pay an editor. You know what I mean? So I think the way most people do it from the merch sales is how they actually make it with YouTube. And then other things, like Outdoors with the Morgans have their fire starter. They've got their newsletter. They've got their Amazon affiliate links, stuff like that. I think that's how you make it on YouTube, because you don't make it on videos. C-Boys TV. The biggest thing that I see a lot of these guys doing is giveaways. And the way I look at that is, if you have 1 million subscribers and say it's a $10 entry fee or $5 entry fee, or for every bit of merch that you buy, you get a point, something like that. You can take some of these $10, $15, $30,000 ideas that you're giving away, can claim that on your taxes, and then with the amount of money that you actually make from selling your merch or providing a ticket, you're able to pay that prize off and then some, which probably sounds horrible, but I really wasn't aware of that. I thought these giveaways and all that was cool and all that, but my mind just doesn't think like that. I think it was It's Just a Six. I used to watch him a ton. Then all of a sudden, before I knew it, I was looking for Ford Mustangs on Marketplace, and you got to watch out with who you watch. Look at the 500i. Okay, had Buchan not grabbed that 500, actually, you know what? It wasn't Buchan. It was West Coast Saws. When I see West Coast Saws standing up to a redwood or a Doug fir or whatever it is, 4 foot, 5 foot around, and he's got that 500i just singing, I need it. Same thing with the 371s. I've had 372s. That was my second saw I ever bought, which is gone, by the way. I did just sell that, and I sold it for $10 more than what I bought it for. Nonetheless, that was I really didn't want to sell it, but it was a X-Torque. Not a fan of them. And it was such a beautiful saw, I didn't want to cannibalize it and change the jug, piston ring, all that stuff out of it just to not be an X-Torque anymore, even though I love the saw. Where was I going with this? So yeah, just be, I don't know, try to be a little bit smarter than I am when it comes to watching people. Hey, I'd buy a shirt with RSD on the back. Oh yeah, I don't trust YouTube reviews. No, man. No. I wish I could send you my email list. I wish I could send you my email list. The past month, ever since that video went viral, I mean, it's not a lot, but I've had 5 companies reach out to me, and every single one of them I haven't heard back from because they gave me a spiel on what they want from my review. And I told them, because a couple of them were like, we'll pay you for 8 minutes of a video or something like that, but we want you to include this, 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 and this. And I responded back that I will do a video on your product. I will even send it back to you after I'm done with it, but I'm going to do an honest review on it. I never heard nothing back. And it's hard. Even if I give an honest review, it don't mean jack. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll give you that short again. Just because that's what we're talking about and the way it blew up. For me, that is a big tree. The diameter of that tree, what was that? 32-inch bar. That was probably a 30-inch white pine. Yeah. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. That's big for around here. We do have bigger ones, but they're either around structures. There's a reason why they got that big. There's nothing around them, and they get big. They're the ones I do for tree jobs. But standing in a forest around here, my grandfather and grandmother used to do hay where I'm working down there. I mean, 50 years ago, 40 years ago. So all that, it could have been saplings back then. You know what I mean? So a lot of this was farmland. We don't have the 100-plus-year-old trees where I am. I mean, it was rough times here. And that's what you did. Now everything's getting so grown up. And then I've got the vegan crowd on here talking about what did the trees do, and yeah, as soon as I tell them, well, what do you wipe your butt with? Or, stop eating my food's food, they just kind of wig out. But nonetheless, I love nature. I love trees. My grandfather would give you a whole spiel on that. I was so mad at him for cutting I think it was a cherry tree. It could have been a spruce. Back when I was a kid, he had a beautiful little spruce in his backyard. And I don't know why, but I like that little tree. It was just beautiful. It was all by itself, but it was in the way. And I got so mad when he cut that tree. But I'm not one of them guys at all. Obviously, I'm a logger, but I'm a realist when it comes to it. Trees are great around here. Trees are plentiful, and if there's no trees within 3-4 years, it's overgrown, and within 15, you've got standing trees again. I don't need to replant around here. The birds do that for us. We've got a lot of stone walls, and just about wherever there's a stone wall, there's either a maple or an oak and a whole bunch of shoots coming off it, because the birds would land on that in the old fence rows and they'd plant the row for us. So I don't know. There's a whole lot to it. And I don't want to tick off people, but at the same time, I'm not afraid to about it. Trees are there to be utilized, and we're hopefully getting them before nature takes them over. I mean, you look at the ants burrowing into that big white pine. Everybody loves that when I put the big in there. Oh, you think that's a big tree? Well, it is for us. But Yeah, I don't know. I've made a lot of good friends off of that too. They come in shooting off their mouth right off the bat, and there's one guy. I don't know. It don't really matter, but we started getting into it a little bit, and then I say, I appreciate you commenting. I appreciate the interaction because that feeds the video out to more people. He hasn't commented back, but that's the funny part is if you don't like something, if you leave it a dislike, it helps the content creator. If you leave it a like, it helps content. If you comment, it really helps for some reason. At least it did with that video. And these guys that just are there to shoot their mouths, all they're doing is advertising the video to more people. And it's crazy. You open their eyes to it, all of a sudden they stop commenting like, oh crap, But people are gonna hurt. They're gonna hurt you. They're always looking for it. It still is rough times. It is. It is. I see they got the COVID scare coming back. Talking about wearing masks again. Whatever. You want to wear a mask? Wear a mask. 16 to 20 at the stump. Most we get here. Really? Of course, you're on the coast too, eh? Yeah, that's about where I got the hiccups already. So you understand, Dan. So go ahead and cut one of them 16, 20 inchers. Oh, excuse me. And say big tree. You want to go viral by taking them off, apparently. And the funniest thing is I was putting content out for Sky Hunter, Dan, Velcro, Ground Pounder. I think we were at 300 or 400 subscribers at that time. And they're bashing because I put it out there. That I get that a lot. Well, you're the one you're putting up this content, blah blah. I was putting it up for you, for the guys that I had at that time. I didn't expect for it to blow up the way it did. I think it's at 600 or 700,000 views, and just about 2,000 subscribers. It's not going to change anything, As Wrangler Star says, the East Coast is, yeah. East Coast man. That's us. Nonetheless, I got these things about as lubed up. See, that's already drank it all. I was just literally putting it to this guy. It didn't change much. It didn't change much. But it's worth a shot. Either way, I think I've taken up enough of your guys' time. Dan, get a hold of me. You need anything, buddy? You know that. Good luck. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep looking up. You get into that back cut. Don't worry about the kerf. Chase it with a wedge. Vines, Widowmakers. Be careful. Velcro, thanks for being here, buddy. Thanks for being here, man. And Dan Velcro, any of you guys do the Star Citizen free fly weekend? Either way, guys, God bless y'all. Everybody have a fantastic Labor Day. These freaking hiccups. We'll see you next time.